Thank you, Sub Rosa, for DJing for us. And now we're going to be moving on to EC Chaos versus 7Sins. Should be a pretty good one. It is on Inferno. Let's get into the action, shall we?
Why not? Why not? So, you guys see a little bit of a familiar face on the server, but not in terms of the team name. That's right. The ex-Ben's anime team has been picked up by the esports organization Chaos Esports Club. Quite the improvement, to say the least, because now we can see maybe this team travel out a little bit more. They're going to make their land debut this weekend at DreamHack Atlanta. And would you look at that? I mean, after years, after the controversy, Steel has been, picked up by a legitimate team. It's crazy to say that in the year 2019, and finally we're going to be seeing them in action here. They had a lot of good recent success in the online scene, and it seems like they're trying to continue that as they already start off with a huge round. Almost everyone staying alive. Actually, everyone's staying alive in the end as Kwong goes down for 7Sins Esports. And Chaos EC, perfect start to their history. Or not their history, to their story here in Winners League.
I mean, we are in the infancy of the potential of the story here for Chaos, right? This is a solid roster with some of the most prominent upcoming players that have been the most prominent upcoming players for a tiny little while now. I mean, these players are on the verge of breaking out, right? Some of these have been in pro, some of these are in discussions to be moved to pro teams. Some players are top of the FPL, so there's definitely a lot of potential on this Chaos roster. And they're up against 7Sins, which isn't... They're a pretty solid roster. They're not a bad team. The only problem is they're inexperienced. That can come back to haunt them. But again, respect is so important in these types of uneven matchups, right? Where you feel like there's a strong overdog and an underdog. But for now, Steel is just causing mayhem on the B site. That's going to keep Florgy kind of guessing. But shot onto Steel, he finds.
Yeah, but the headshot through the wall. That's at least going to be something there for Cam, but he's just gonna back off. 7Sins Esports, early frag. And Aptima is actually in a really good position here, but Cam's on his feet. He's gonna end up getting the kill. 7Sins is gonna have to do a huge rotate here. As Chaos, they're gonna try to retake the site. Kwong, or K-Wonk, tried to go through that door area, but it doesn't exactly matter. There's gonna be a player there watching the area. And 7Sins Esports, they're going to drop to a 2-on-4 disadvantage. Scribble, it seems, is going to save up this MAC-10 and Deagle. Well, Florgy is just going to try to pick up a gun. Overall, pretty straightforward run for Chaos.
Agreed. Nice and easy. Keeps it clean. Only a MAC-10 loss for Steel, who was pretty much on the probe. I mean, he knew likely he's going to be the one to fall. Nice little head stack on site there for Chaos, but they're going to be going back into their positions to save safely. And yeah, you're absolutely right. That Eagle will come in pretty big for Scribble. He'll drop it over to one of his teammates. Keep that MAC-10, looking to farm up some cash. And Florgy will likely look for those 1Ds again in this next round. But the weapons for Chaos is really strong. You have rifles, 3 rifles. They'll probably pick up a 4th here for Steel, unless he decides for the MAC-10. And again, they'll likely just use that MAC-10 as a probe, right? Send this person in before they commit. If he dies, not a big deal. Only a MAC-10 recovered. If he doesn't spot anything, well, green light, let's take over the site, right? Very little investment, great amount of reward available. Let's see what 7Sins are up to, though, because they picked up a MAC-7.
Really taking the tease. Oh, aggression here, and you said earlier, the golden rule of Inferno. Don't run into apartments on an eco round. You will have some very saucy strategies from the ecoing team, and it seems like that's exactly what happened. 7Sins Esports, they're going to get an early kill over to that apartments area. But Chaos, they're still approaching onto this B site, only manned here by Florgy. He's going to get smoked off. Chaos should have an easy time heading onto the site. The 2 other CTs rotating over to Banana might get stopped here by Steel if he can turn around. Oh, huge headshots. He's on very low HP at the moment. 5 HP. Infinite is going to come around and help him out. He's going to get the last kill onto Florgy also. That's going to be a 3rd and easy round for Chaos.
Yeah, look at their money. It's actually intimidating, I have to admit. Now 7Sins, though. The fun and games are over. tiny little weapons are out. Now it's time for the big guns to come out. The M4, the AWP for Scribble. They got utility. They have a kit on Florgy. They have everything they need to make this round a success. And this is where they can make their stand, right? They still have Steel on the MAC-10. They still have Whippy on the Galil. They're inferior firepower to what 7Sins is carrying. So there's definitely some hope here. But again, opening pick for Chaos, that'd be a disaster for 7Sins. Just hold strong.
Oh, look at this. Scribble through the wall. Do it. Why not? Go for it.
Imagine.
Has the perfect lineup. Imagine if that was actually a thing. You could just get that headshot onto Ben. Oh, man.
That used to be a mechanic at 1.6, and people actually thought that was a good mechanic.
Really?
It's mind-blowing to think that.
Huh.
You can shoot through any wall in 1.6. Like, literally anything you could think of with an op.
See, I'm more of a noob. I'm not exactly a 1.6 veteran, but this KFCC team has quite a few veterans. They're going to be able to use this veteran mindset against 7Sins, hopefully. They invade the site. They're down to a 3-on-4. Cam going to end up getting the bomb plant. They boost here as the smoke dissipates. End up getting the kill. Infinite back on Florgy. It's a 2-on-3. Whippy gets a little bit of damage early on. Scribble is going to peek out. Whippy comes back to get the kill. 2-on-2. Infinite knows exactly where Kwong is. Eptima is still sneaking around. He's going to throw down a smoke. Whippy going back to try to help out. Flash. Whippy turns around, gets the kill. Kwong trying to get the bomb defused, but Infinite is there to take him back. That's going to be the 4th round for Chaos. And as the name entails, there was a little bit of chaos near the end there, but they consolidated it and they clutched it out for a 4th round.
I mean, screw it. If we're going for puns, I mean, Whippy whipped it up right there. That was a 3 kills for him in the post plan. Infinite's got the 2. They got that lockdown. Chaos with the 4-0 start. The money's looking incredibly sound. No worries about a reset potential. And they got full utility. They still have that MAC-10. They're still looking to farm up that cash. And this is actually really smart by Chaos. Take advantage of the fact that they're probably not going to have head armor. Take advantage of the fact that they only have pistols. Keep that economy going. Don't even bother with the SG. But Kwong on the opener. But Whippy quick on the trade with that MAC-10. Already farming up the cash. And Scribble hold the second.
The P250. You like to see it. And I have my voice enable on. You guys aren't able to hear it, but it seems like the Chaos side is actually a little bit audibly frustrated over that shot. So, oh my god, Infinite is going to find the very edge of the gun and is going to be able to get that wallbang onto Scribble. Down to a 3-on-3. 7Sins still on pistols. It kind of feels as if we haven't seen 7Sins make one good stand yet with guns. We're most likely going to be able to see that heading into the next round, but Amen is going to get a shot here onto Infinite. But I think that might be the extent of the damage. The bomb is going to go down for the Chaos side. Amen actually missing up that drop. Could have actually died there if I'm not mistaken. And Cam and Steel still chilling on full HP. They have equipment to work with. Florgy is going to find himself an AK-47. They're going to be able to run away. Save up these guns.
For sure.
And Chaos, they're sitting pretty on 5 rounds. 5-0 lead so far.
Not bad. 3 kills, though. That keeps the money kind of in check here for Chaos. But they're still... Wait. That's not what's supposed to happen. Steel. Oh, he's fumbling. He doesn't know where to go. There we go. Safety zone. But, yeah, I mean, as soon as that kill came onto that pay player, as soon as they walked through the smoke and found that pay player in the open, that was it, right? They got the reset, the 2v2. There was virtually very little chance for 7Sins to claw their way out of that one. So the safe call was right, but unfortunately they lost a member. So not much to gain from that except that AK-47. For now, it is Chaos. They finally dropped the MAC-10. Fast jump boost for Scribble. I like that. Getting that early pick, but nothing found this time.
Early aggression from Cam, and it's going to work out in his favor. A trade from Florgy. It's going to help him out, but now 7Sins, they've been restricted to 2 a site. No extra man to try to help them out. No Chaos. Still searching around. Big pop flash there. Whippy is going to run all the way back. 4 HP to start off the round already. He has the AWP. Like I've mentioned before, Bogdan's Law keeps up with 4 HP. And 7Sins Esports, they have 3 men here on the A site. They might use that to their advantage as Chaos, they're going to run up onto the site. Eptima in the pit. He's going to smoke himself off. Infinite going to land right on with him. Steel with a kill. Whippy with another one. Scribble and Florgy are the last 2 remaining. Oh, big shot from Scribble.
Huge flick. That was fast, too. Now the nade's going to come over. That actually could catch Whippy. Never mind. Whippy's on the other side of the wall. That was a little misleading. But still, good amount of damage to Steal. Now they try to retake. And it's going to be Scribble going out by himself. Florgy's way too late on the trade. He does eliminate Whippy, but Steal. Now the 1 versus 1. And Florgy. He has his crosser in the right spot. The one-shot weapons, they're so strong on the CT side. And it is 7Sins barely scraping that round out.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Beautiful headshot from Florgy in the end. And it was just do or die there for 7Sins as, again, their cash wasn't exactly looking that great. And even with a win bonus, their buy isn't exactly going to be the best that they can acquire. Chaos, they won a lot of rounds in a row, so they're going to be just chilling. But this is going to be yet another very crucial round for 7Sins as they try to get themselves a little bit of a streak going and start to kind of dissipate the economy of the Chaos EC side. Let's see what happens though, as Scribble very early on is going to get a pick. Run onto it. Oh, amen. Gonna go all the way out there. He's going to go down to Cam. I mean, 7Sins Esports, right as they seem to have an advantage, they start to get aggressive. It's not what you like to see at all. As Chaos, I mean, they are sure to take advantage of that almost every time. Steel, full whited, is going to be able to take down Florgy in that dark area. And now it's down to a 3-on-4. Bomb going to go down for Chaos. All of the action is going to be centered over into the CT area. Through the smoke, Steel is going to get Kwong. There's going to be a flank coming in from Infinite, forcing these CTs to go over. Eptima through the smoke is going to get affected by Steel once again. Scribble from behind, or over in the construction area. Gonna have to deal with 4 Ts now. A very, very closest camp. He's gonna have to go for yet another one, but he's not going to expect it. Infinite is gonna take down Scribble, and that's going to be yet another run for Chaos.
Wow. Chaos just looks in full control right now. It seems like they're just one step ahead. They got the lurks, they got the openers, they know how to manipulate the rotations. I mean, everything is just going so well for Chaos right now. And above all else, they have 7Sins back on the eco once again. So potential 7th here available for Chaos. And this is already a significant lead on the T side. 7Sins looking to battle back. That nade does a decent amount of damage. It softens them up a little bit.
Chaos have slowed it down this round. Again, they know that the CTs can be very aggressive going on late into these rounds, and Whippy, it seems, is trying to take full advantage of that. Already going to catch one. Shoulder peeks from Florgy through the wall. He's going to take Florgy to about 22 HP. Tries to get yet another wall bang. Not going to work out in his favor. Steel on the other side of the map is going to get himself a kill. Ben with another one. That's going to be the A site. Whippy taking down Kwong. And now it's just down to Florgy. 22 HP. A Deagle, and a Hope. Is he gonna maybe catch Steel from behind? Yes, he is. He's gonna get the headshot. Infinite still staying around the corner. Ooh, what a peek from Florgy. He's gonna get at least one. And he would have prayed for a miracle there. Whippy hasn't exactly been missing his shots. So there you go. Chaos EC is gonna collect themselves a 7th round. 7Sins with their first legitimate buy round in a long, long time. A double up setup for here, for Scribble and Florgy. Amen. Eptima, Kwong, all have a lot of equipment to work with. Let's see how they utilize it, though, as we head into the 9th round.
Fast pace for Chaos. Ben's already up close and personal inside the bracket, so he could just pop in at any point in time. Florgy, the counter utility that will buy him some time to reposition. But again, Chaos, they're just trying to bait that utility, right? They're trying to pressure 7Sins, get them to waste their smokes, get them to waste their mollies as early as possible. Maybe even their flashbangs. And then if they decide to want to execute on that B site, or if it comes down to the retake on A, they have nothing in their hands. Upmind. This is genius.
Rightfully so. It seems like they panic a little bit at the beginning. They throw out a lot of equipment. And again, both 7Sins and Chaos both have limited equipment going into the rest of this round. But could it be a stroke of genius? Let's just see, as we have 50 seconds left in the round. And the T's, after playing around with the apartments area, after making a lot of noise over there, it seems like they're finally going to try to approach this B site. Florgy chilling. Same thing with Amen. Oh, they're both going to get mollied out, so it's going to be a single smoke to cover them both. We have an idea that at least one of them is there. Amen is just chilling in that smoke. Florgy's going to end up getting killed. Amen surprises the team. He's going to get infinite. Kwong from over in CT. He's going to take down Steel. Amen is still surviving. Ben finally going to kill him, though, down to a 2-on-2. Kwong and Eptima trying to make their way onto the site. Huge shot for Whippy. Oh, man. 7Sins. Finally, when it seems like they had a huge opportunity to take back yet another round from Chaos. Chaos, they find a way to come back into the round, and that's their 8th one. Seven Sins Esports. All of their efforts have been massive. They have all whittled down to practically nothing. Only a single effort in terms of rounds have gone their way.
They're up and up the ante here again. This time they're actually committing, right? They got Steel forward. There's no utility available for 7Sins. Both players are funneled in towards the B site. It's just a matter of finding and eliminating. Finding and eliminated.
Finded, as we all say. You know what I mean?
Or, you know, found.
7Sins Esports down to 1 player. And Chaos, again, just so good at the moment. 9th round for them. Scribble, though. The P250 gonna take down Cam. 4 men surviving here for the X-Bands anime team. Current Chaos EC. It's going to be yet another one. 7Sins with yet another bye round and yet another double up setup here for Scribble and Florgy. Let's see how they treat this one, though. Again, 7Sins, they have a huge problem with aggression heading on later in rounds. They've been getting caught off guard. A lot of very, very harsh one-on-ones. Steel literally just holding down the W key and just running on in. It almost works out in his favor, but his aim is just a little bit off, to say the least. Florgy peeks out. He had a full shot there onto Infinite, but he whiffed. Florgy now, he's continuing the damage. He's all the way in the back. He has an assist and a kill already. Infinite looking for some headshots. He's in a 1-on-3.
It's 1 bullet.
One singular bullet to try to get a headshot here onto Florgy. Let's see if he can do it. He almost does it. A deagle in his hands. Florgy still continuing the AWP shots, and it's just, well, as the name entails, chaos for the Chaos side. As, I mean, I don't know. They just kind of pugged out that round. They didn't exactly have a full, concise plan kind of in their strap book, but not that they've lost a round, not that they see that 7Sins isn't exactly too much of a joke. They're going to be able to take this next round a little bit more seriously, as their economy isn't exactly that great either. Almost no loss bonus, and about $2,000 on almost everyone, except for Ben.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's still a chance here for 7Sins to swing this one back, right? It's just going to require consistent effort here. If they have to, deny the bomb plant here, that would be one of the key elements. And, of course, if they chain these 2 rounds back-to-back, then they might even have a 3rd round as a bonus. So, buy 2, get 1 free. Not a bad deal when it's this late into the half. And the 9-6 finish would still be kind of in line with what is traditionally halves in Inferno. Scribble with the opto, hold it towards arches. He's going to be met with a Rude 5 on the other side, and he's able to get 1 out of that.
Quick trade kill from Cam. CTs are still chilling, though. You have 2 over to pits. As Kwong and Eptima are just chilling at the moment. Steel is going to take down Eptima. T's not exactly are going to expect yet another one. Kwong almost missing there. Almost the entire clip is going to go towards the side of Infinite. Finally, headshot is going to finish him off. It's a 2-on-3. Kwong stuck in the smoke. And he's just kind of sitting in the smoke. Finally, a shot through the smoke is going to take down Kwong. And Cam, he's going to finish off Florgy, and that's going to be yet another round for the Chaos side. Yeah, this is just starting to get real dicey here for 7Sins Esports. All of these rounds are just slipping through their hands.
Right, yeah. I mean, we're treading deep into danger zone, right? We're in shark water right now, and you're surrounded by 5 sharks in the name of Cam, Steel, Would-Be Infinite, and Ben. Pistols, armor, a couple nades, and a ditch attempt effort to nade down mid and hope for some damage. It yields almost nothing except 28 damage on Steel.
That nade is actually going to do a lot more damage. Infinite with the Kobe nade is going to hit Florgy for about 95 HP. And that's actually going to be the A side wide open here as 7Sins Esports anticipating a rotation. I mean, they're not really going to find anything as Chaos. They're going to take this A sites. They're going to clear the entire thing out. Leave it squeaky clean as they're going to end up planning.
And look at the amount of control they still have, right? Whippy's holding down bananas. Now he spots a bunch of players on his way. They have arches held down. They have everything held down. They have all the info they need to focus all on this flank effort. Scribble, nice attempt, but it's 4 versus 1 in mid, so I doubt that was going to go his way. And it is now 11-2. We are deep in water, deep waters here, pretty much.
Like I said before, dirty water, murky water, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is, 7Sins Esports is dipping right into a shark tank. The Chaos side is just so good at the moment. I mean, not just in this game alone, in the league, they've had almost a perfect record. In every other league, they're leading their leaderboards. I think 2nd place in MDL heading into playoffs. And at the moment, 7Sins is facing quite the giant, quite the behemoth of an opponent. So at this point, they're just trying to do their best. Again, they can still pull the David versus Goliath miracle in a sense. If they can maybe close out this half. They have the equipment to work with. They have an AWP on Scribble, and everyone else has rifles. Amen with the counter molly, but he's going to be smoked off. Cam, he's going to get a kill from Florgy with some heroics. He's going to take 3. Whippy's the last one remaining, and this could be the catalyst for the comeback. As finally, Whippy in a 1-on-4. Chaos and their first round disadvantage in a long time. Let's see what can actually happen from it, though. Whippy. He's still searching for some more, as Kwong, Eptima, and Scribble are also.
Yeah, this is definitely going to have to be a grind here for Whippy. The only problem is he's tossing everything he has, but there's still 30 seconds left. 1 needs to get the bomb, 2 get past the triangle of doom, and I mean he's low on options. This has to be an all-in effort, but there's ops on both sides.
Oh, Scribble. Yeah, beautiful. And I mean, hey, I kind of just want to see what Chaos is gonna do at this point, because that last round was not exactly scrappy for them. They actually legitimately tried to get onto that B site. They threw all the correct nades, and Florgy just had the right off angle. So I just kind of want to see what sort of answer Chaos has heading into this next round, this last round. As 7Sins Esports is just trying to squeeze as much as possible out of this CT side, hopefully getting at least 4.
Eleven to 4 though. That's almost better. Pistol round, gun round away from a very close game. 11-9 maybe. For now, though, it's the.
They can work with it.
It's workable. It's workable, right? Not advantageous by any means, but it's definitely workable. Again, this B pressure has been very real for Chaos, right? They've been willing to just send people in by themselves, and now it's Florgy and Amen to just hold it back. Florgy comes through once again. Nice flash support there from Kwong, slowing them down, keeping them in check, but it will be Infinite to respond back on the other side of the map. There's only 1 defender left on A, though. That's Eptima. If he's not careful, he will have the open sight. He's going on the high ground.
Oh,
He's opened himself up for danger.
First advantage that 7Sins has. Legitimate advantage. And it's already going to be shut down. Infinite with 2 isolated kills over to A. And, I mean, still a huge opportunity here for 7Sins. They still have the man advantage. A 3-on-2 as Whippy and Infinite, with only a single flash to their names, is going to have to hold off Kwong, Amen, and Florgy to end this half. Infinite in the pit. Only watching the apartments area. Florgy. or I'm sorry, Kwang is going to peek out. Infinite's get the kill there. Infinite gonna get headshotted through the wall, but it doesn't even matter. Not a lot of damage is done. Florgy, the hero, a little bit early on. Is he going to continue to be the hero? He has a very finite, allotted amount of time, unlike Infinite, that stretched out the time enough so that we're just gonna get a 12-3 half from the Chaos side. Oh man, 7Sins, so many opportunities, but not enough sauce against this Chaos side, it seems.
Yeah. I mean, look how...
They're not cooking with the right ingredients, it seems.
They're just not whipping it up, you know?
I know Whippy is, though. 14 kills on him.
Man was born with his wrist flicking, you know?
Ah, you love to see it.
But no, yeah, you're absolutely right. The scoreline here is kind of crazy. Chaos, though, they don't want to waste a single second. They want to move on to their next match. They're going to straight down middle. Whippy just clean assassinations down mid. Eliminates Kwang as well. That leaves Amen and Scribble. And they're scratching their heads trying to recover this round. Scratching their heads of how they weren't ready for this. And it is Chaos. 13-3. Denying bomb plant. I think this is where I lose hope. Upmind. That was the winning condition available for 7Sins. They needed the first pistol. They needed the first gun. They weren't even able to get bomb plant out of that. This is looking rough now.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Whippy has kind of just been going wherever he wants this entire game, and that's kind of a testament to it. He just pressed down the W key and kind of aimed onto the heads. It was just sort of a point-and-click adventure at that point, and the only extra button that he had to press was the W key. As he just booked it down mid, he got 3 kills. It seems like this round is almost literally the same thing, as Whippy again is gonna get 3 kills with an MP9. Are you kidding me? And the Chaos side is gonna end up getting a 14th round out of that. Wow. 7Sins finally with a bye round, but yeah, if they lose out this one, it is almost literally over. Oh, the jump boost from Whippy! Oh, that was so clean! But Whippy wasn't able to get a kill out of it. Oh, never mind! He's gonna end up getting the kill onto Scribble. Good lord, and 7Sins now down to a 4-on-5. Chaos looking so good at the moment, Roy. What can you do? What can you do about these boys?
Yeah, it's so hard now. At this point, it's Chaos just throwing off the timing, right? Taking the aggression, peeking things they shouldn't really be peeking. Always in forward positioning. I mean, it's really hard to play against that, right? You just don't really know when to expect anything. This time, they just abandon banana. They know there's no pressure here. A minute left on the clock. Oh, wait, how does that... What? How does that flash not get Whippy there?
I mean, Whippy has just had this force field of just any BS that goes along his way, it's just going to happen. I mean, again, Whippy has just been pressing the W key for the past 3 rounds. It has worked out in his favor. He gets an op kill early. He gets yet another one after a flash was clearly supposed to hit him. But what can you do about it? 7Sins, they just don't have anything going their way at the moment. And Ben might be lining up a long-range UMP kill now as he sees the stack from Amen. Throwing down a molly onto the site. Oh, what? Amen is going to kill his own teammate. Ben's going to end up killing Amen. Kwang on the site. He's going to get the bomb plants. Infinite still sneaking around, and I think he's going to get the speed. Kwang tried to hide behind the barrel, but that's not going to work out in his favor at all. Chaos with the 15th round.
Yeah, do you see what I mean, though? I mean, it's really hard to predict this kind of play, right? You have Infinite going in solo in a 1v2, crouching behind the line of sight, behind the boxes. I mean, you can't really blame 7Sins, right? They're ultimately playing against confidence, just raw, oozing, chaotic confidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's 15-3. This is match point. This is the final stand for 7Sins. That bomb plan is the only reason why they even have rifles right now. Otherwise, they'd be in a much different scenario. Let's see if they can make their stand. It's gonna have to be 12 in a row, though. That almost seems impossible.
Yeah, against a team like this, I don't think we've really seen any sort of dominance go towards any teams' way against this Chaos' side. So, yeah, It's yet another round for 7Sins where they don't have a lot to work with, not a lot of equipment. They all throw it out early. Chaos, they're just pressuring them to use it. And out of panic, they just throw everything that they have towards the walls. And Steel's gonna get a kill onto Scribble. It's a 3-on-5 situation for 7Sins. Only a single smoke on their hands to work with. Again, Chaos in their regular positions, quote-unquote regular positions. As the T's, they start to rotate around. Infinite, he might line up himself 1 or 2 or 3 kills here. Ooh, A-Man's gonna shut him down early. Then over onto the side, the double spray down. So clean. And that's gonna be the 16th round for Chaos. As, again, they open up their whole storyline here in the Winners League under a new name of Chaos, starting off with a 16-3. That is a very, very strong start for them.
I'm actually just almost a part of me is glad not to see them devolve into just pure chaotic absurdity, right? When you're having these kind of games, when you're a severe overdog and everything's flowing, it feels like you can do no wrong. It's so easy to fall into the chaotic craziness that it can become, right? No pun intended, really. But yeah, they kept some structure. They stuck to their plan. They stuck to their strengths, and easy peasy it seemed like for them. 16-3. I mean, that's a statement. But let's see if they can do it again against a similar skilled level team. Maybe this one is a fluke. Upmind. Maybe Inferno is a strong game. Let's see them test it in another pretty even matchup. Even in terms of 7Sins being kind of equivalent to whatever it takes. But for now, we are going to cut to about a 15-minute break. We'll be back in a little bit. So enjoy the music. So Bros is going to be back on the DJ for us. For now, we will be back soon. Stay tuned. Action is coming.